Hello Gemini, and welcome to your March shadow work reading. Before I get started, I just want to let you guys know that the March workshop will be all about how to build a strong spiritual practice. I'm really excited about it because I feel like I've been getting a lot of consultations and inquiries about, how to build a really strong spiritual practice. So we're gonna dive in there for that workshop, so definitely make sure you get your tickets below. So with that being said, let us get started in your messages for March 2022 for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Gemini needs to know for their shadow work, Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 2022. I need to know. Okay. For their shadow work, March 2022. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, for March, your shadow work definitely has a huge focus in a little bit of the reset. I do feel like you guys are craving, especially you are definitely one of the signs that's craving Aries energy right now. But I don't think you guys are ready for Aries energy right now. You definitely are feeling a little bit like wanting things to shift quickly, wanting things to move quickly, wanting things to kind of like, there's a kind of like anxiety towards the future with this. And there's a lack of grounding also that's happening. That's not good. I feel like you guys are trying to be as in control as possible, but your shadow work really focuses in and hounds in on how you're feeling and what you're doing to take care of yourself right now. And right now, even with the bottom of the deck, you can kind of see that there's like a need for you guys to like focus in on how you're feeling in order to have success towards the things that you feel like you're struggling in right now. But I really think that you guys need to slow down quite a bit. You guys want to move fast, but it's not the right time. It's not the right time. I feel like you guys need to, you guys are such a quick sign, Geminis. You guys are very quick. You guys move at the speed of like air, like, because that's what you guys are. So there's like this sense of wanting a new beginning, wanting a reset. Like I feel like the beginning of the month you definitely should do on crossing and then road opening work, but I do feel like you need to be a little bit more clear about where you want to be grounded in and how you want to be grounded in, because you guys need to be a little bit more in control, and also understand that you guys are not always in control. There's a sense of kind of like struggling as well, and feeling like you're struggling through, whether it be at work, whether it be like, it feels more like it's with a work situation, whether it be at work, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be like in a situation, or your home or your family. It could be ancestrally too. You guys can be dealing with some ancestral like generational trauma that you guys need to focus on. But there's this like sense of struggling. This is like a little bit of a struggling mentality with the month of March with you guys that you guys need to really overcome. You are not struggling, you are thriving. Okay, you need to really tap back into your own energy and be very mindful of the things that you're communicating, because as you see here, you did not even come up in your reading. There's no air element in here. So there's like this sense to really tap back into yourself. You guys are the sign of road opening, okay? You guys are the sign of opening the pathways, of clearing the way, and really moving towards a new direction very quickly, because you guys are air. But you guys are also trying to control things that are out of your control, and you're struggling to kind of do that. But that's not really who you are. I feel like you guys have been a little bit stuck, especially with some of the Capricorn transits that are happening astrologically, have been keeping you guys a little bit stuck. And there's been some karmic things that have been popping up in your lives too, that you guys needed to deal with. Some decisions that were made, or some consequences karmically that were made, some things that you did, whether carelessly or, like something happened where it's just kind of like there was an incident and you had to take responsibility and the consequence was very harsh, whether it was at work or something like that, and now you're kind of paying the price for it. There's definitely something karmically happening here. You're ready to kind of move past the karmic situation and just wanting to move forward, and I really think you guys need to do some uncrossing work this month. You guys need to really reset. Okay, reset, open up the road again, really cleanse yourself, start off the beginning of the month, cleanse your energies, and really set yourself back on feeling good. I feel like you need to make your energies feel good, because the moment you see how underneath this is the Ace of Swords, wow, the Ace of Swords, and then the Lovers. So it's underneath, like once you accept the lesson for what it is, you can move forward. The energy will shift, and you'll be able to feel more like yourself, but you need to make yourself feel good first. Okay, you need to make yourself feel good first. You guys don't feel good right now. I'm sorry, you guys don't feel good. You guys are not in a place where you guys are like, oh, I'm feeling great. No, you guys are not feeling great. You guys are tired. You guys are feeling like very, very like the consequences. You guys are definitely in a karmic situation right now. Okay, what does Gemini need to know? Sun, moon, and rising for their March shadow work. March 2022. Spiritual quest. Growth and abundance. You guys are still headed towards that. And that's kind of the thing. I feel like sometimes, you know, like sometimes, you know, some of the signs be going through it, but then at the end of the day, you guys are still headed towards growth and abundance. And it's just like, it feels like you guys are like struggling a little bit, but you guys are still going to be very well taken care of. But you see how like the mountain spiritual quest, you got Capricorn energy, the devil right in the middle of the reading. This is just a hurdle. You guys are still going to reach the peak of the mountain. You're still going to reach that. You're still going to reach the peak of the mountain. It just feels very like right now. Okay, so cleanse your energies. For the rest of the month of March, make sure you are focusing on your self-care and feeling good. That is your highest priority. Take care of your body. Make sure that you're watching and paying attention to your health. Stop eating like shit. I'm not playing with y'all. Take care of your body. Your physical body is very, very important during this time. Do not forget that. You know, the earth sign, especially having a Capricorn in the center of the reading like this, Capricorn rules the knees, the root. Okay, so don't be dismissing your body and what you're foundationally standing on every single day. Because then your health is going to suffer. Focus on your body, focus on eat clean. Okay, do a cleanse or something. Like, you guys need to reset. You guys really, really need to reset and shift the energy, because I feel like you guys have been stuck for a hot minute, and it's time to shift the energy immediately. Like, you guys need to shift really, really badly. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising for their right here. You and your loved ones are safe. Let's put that over here. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. What does Gemini, sun, moon, and rising need to know? Okay. Okay, so it's time to give rather than take, and you are very close to achieving a goal. Okay, so bottom of the deck, prosperity lies ahead, new moon and Taurus. So you and your loved ones are safe. If you have been kind of worried or like kind of like feeling like there's a lot going on and you don't know how to navigate it, trust that you will be taken care of. Your spirits have not like abandoned you or anything like that. It's just that, you know, you can't always get what you want, Gemini. Sometimes you have to go through things, especially if you brought things, you know, you brought certain situations to the table yourself. Like, it's not like you can escape those things. Like, you done did that, so now you must kind of deal with the consequences of the thing. But right now it's kind of like, emotionally, know that you are very protected. Emotionally, know that you are, you know, and you should be protecting yourself during this time as well. Make sure your protections are up. But also keep in mind your relationship with your ancestors during this time. There's definitely a need for you guys to connect, especially if you feel like there's so much going on and you're like trying to keep up a face, and just kind of trying to keep a front up, but you're really like struggling through. Connect to your ancestors. Connect to your ancestors, connect to people who are very close to you in order to even just express yourself emotionally, because you guys need an outlet. Okay, it's time to give rather than take. And this really, 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 really focuses in on your mentality. You need to be very careful, because this is a new moon in Virgo. You guys need a little bit of healing right now, and this is what I mean by cleansing your energy. You need to give more to yourselves, more to your self-care. You guys need to, it's not about you receiving right now. It's coming. You receiving, it's coming, but it's not the right time. You guys need to focus on your self-care. Make sure that you guys are nice and balanced so that you can set yourself up for the new astrological year. You're very close to achieving a goal because there is this kind of like new step that you guys are headed towards. And once, you know, Aries season comes, you're going to be able to feel a little bit more of the fiery kind of energy. Things will start shifting in the direction that you want them to. But right now is a time for you to kind of just keep heading towards your goals, stay, you know, on track, but also really, really focus on your self-care. It is an absolute like requirement for you guys to focus on your self-care right now. If you don't, it's just going to feel like you guys are like struggling, like you're still struggling, and you need to get out of the struggle mentality and focus in on making sure that you feel good during this time. Archangel Michael, what does Gemini need to know? Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 2022. What does Gemini need to know? Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 2022 for their shadow work. What does Gemini need to know? I swear Archangel Michael is just like, just trolling me sometimes. Okay, so you have admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly, and then decide to be happy now. Okay, decide to be happy because you guys have been unhappy with your current situation, and you need to be happy. Okay, you need to be happy. Definitely a time for you to reflect and, you know, come to terms with some of the actions that have gotten you here. But it's just, there's a lot shifting. There's definitely a lot shifting. If you're, especially with the Fool's energy in the beginning of the reading, there's this kind of like energy and this message of like moving, this message of leaving or shifting or kind of heading towards a new direction, but then struggling at first. It's kind of like you still need to make sure that you're happy towards that. You still need to make sure that you're okay. And you can't neglect that for the things that need to get done. You just can't. You can't do that. Do not neglect your joy, your happiness for the things that you need to do, for the journey that you're taking, for the new opportunities that you're, you know, going through. Like, if you guys are moving and then you get there and then, I don't know, maybe you're getting a new home or you're getting a new job, and then when you start the job or you start, you know, your new home, you're like, okay, I need to buy a couch. I need to buy all these things now. I need to, like, you know, like now I need to have all these things in the home, right? So now it just feels very like, oh, now I have to buy all this stuff, and I'm like struggling to fulfill certain things. I don't have time to put the bed together. Like there's a lot going on, but you guys need to relax and just enjoy that. Now you have a new job. Now you have a new apartment. Now you have a new home. Like, enjoy that. Don't get frustrated at the thing of the thing. Enjoy. Like, really connect to the reason why that even happened in the first place, and really focus on your self-care throughout that as well. What does Gemini need to know? Sun, Moon, and Rising for March. Go with the flow, mystery, and contemplation. You guys are definitely in your heads during this time. And there's definitely a lot going on internally when it comes to what's happening mentally for you guys. There's a lot of mental energy, and you guys should be contemplating because you guys need to get out of the struggle mentality, and you guys also need to go with the flow of where the energies are, where they're moving right now. Go with your own flow. We started off with the Fool's energy, which means that this is something new. There's decisions that that have been made, okay? Bottom of the deck, decisions that have been made that require for you to go with the flow of it. Is not going to be the way you want controlled. Is not going to be exactly like controlled the way that you want it. You can't always control everything. You might not understand why fully certain things are not moving in the exact way that you want right now. Certain things are still, you know, brewing and coming into fruition because you guys are headed towards a space of abundance. And you guys are still kind of trying to work everything out in your heads. But again, go with the flow. Okay, just go with the flow. Don't beat yourself up. Don't, like, you know, push too much in your head where it just, you're feeling, you're turning the whole entire situation into a really negative experience, because then it's gonna feel like you don't want it. It's gonna feel like you just want it out. And because you're Geminis and you guys can literally open any road, you will end up doing that. So be very mindful of your mental narrative during this time. Encouragement. Right now, for your shadow work for the month of March, you need to stay, again, a little bit more lighthearted. I think you guys need to lean on not only your spirits, but those who are close to you, and really focus in on the direction that you're headed, and go with the flow, even if it seems a little bit like, wait, what? Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. And focus on your self-care. Focus on reconnecting with your energy and the way that you're connecting to the experience itself, because if not, it's going to feel really heavy and you're not going to enjoy anything. You're just not. So focus on that. You guys need to focus on this. You guys really do. And then you'll start feeling a little bit more like yourself. Okay. So I hope that you got all the messages that you needed. Thank you so much for being here. And then I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.